This time out, I become leader of wagons, mobile mechanic. Got the Impala loaded up with some tools. Gonna go work on a buddy's, got two cars, a '06 Impala with a dead starter and a '02 Bonneville that needs to start and needs new front struts. So let's hit the road. The big reveal. Oh, there's the Bonneville. So what do we got? We took this off of the Impala already.
Yeah.
In order to get to that starter.
Yep.
Nah. I don't know, you think we're gonna be able to get this Bonneville running today?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Well,
So we got our built to last Duralast brand new starter, $192. Good Lord, my car was swatting, carrying that jack back there. And we're gonna get that starter going. I got a pair of Detroit axles. This Bonneville, he got smacked in the front. And now when you turn the steering wheel, it acts like one of the struts is bent. So I think that's what we got to do. It's been sitting for a year and a half. So I got some seafoam, new fuel filter, some oil. We're gonna throw some fresh oil and filter on it. My buddy's running back to get his booster pack. We're gonna see if we can jump start it. This thing might need a trip to Bonneville's Unlimited, get a new mirror, couple fenders, at least a headlight over here. I think we might just throw some packing tape on it to begin with. Other than that, I took a peek at the suspension and the tie rods aren't bent. The control arms aren't bent. It's got aluminum control arms. So I think literally all it needs is a new set of struts. And I think she got the L36 under the hood. This thing should fire right up. Aside from the bad gas. But yeah, this is gonna be fun, trying to get that starter out. Got the jack to jack her up, crawl under there. Got that out. Let's take a quick peek under here. We're jacked up. Alright. Now I gotta push this out of the way to be able to see the electrical connectors on there. But let's see what we got here. Gotta undo these bolts. There's a third one there. And this cover, I took the bolts off. I'm trying to get that out. Looks like we got a leaking oil cooler fitting right there. I'm gonna have him run some liquid moly through here. Looks like we got some, I don't know if the rear main is leaking or what the hell. There's something leaking here. Gotta love old beaters. I don't know, I can't do this one-handed. But that's where we're at with this. Well, there it is.
what is it?
The offending appendage is out.
Okay.
This, man, holy shit.
Oh, there you go.
Good Lord.
Wine with grease. I ain't jealous.
Well, grease is right. There's a whole bunch of it up under there.
Yes, sir.
It's no wonder this thing. Man, I should have got a video of this when you turned the key and all the smoke was coming out of
Oh,
it.
wouldn't that have been nice?
Man, this thing was literally smoke.
Yeah.
Smoke coming out of it. You could smell the
Yeah. Can you see where it was burning?
I don't know, but you can't even barely turn this thing.
I bet
This thing's seized up.
that's what you call fried. Yeah. Now that was truly fried. Hold up.
Got that right. Yeah, you can't even turn this thing. It's locked. It's locked up. Well, I'm gonna try to get that new one in there. All right, I think the struggle is over. You can see that shiny new starter in there. There she is.
Unlock this here. I gotta get my keys.
It's open.
All right, look, look.
I'm gonna have you turn the key.
All right, gotcha.
Hook up this battery. All right. All right, we're snug. Hit it.
Yes, sir. Here it is, my brother. That's what I'm saying.
Booyah! Well, let's put this back together now.
I don't want to do it.
All right, down she comes. I don't know, is this thing gonna be able to jump start a Bonneville? We're gonna give it a shot.
There you go. Hold up, I'll leave it. I'll leave it
12.3,
on
12.1, I think it's...
I'll leave it on for a minute.
Them lights are on, dude. Try it.
Okay, hold up. I'm slow. Oh, shit.
It's got 12.3 volts. I think we're good.
Oh, yeah. I never did get that on me. Not no light.
Lights came on. I think it'll do it.
Okay, bro.
Just try it. Just crank it. See what happens.
Okay, then. Sure. Yeah, lights is on. I ain't never seen that. Yeah.
No.
What, it went off?
Did you hear that? It went down to 11.9.
Okay, but when I turn it on, it's got to sit there for a minute. Okay.
Yeah.
Let it sit there for a moment.
Okay.
It'll build
I think
up.
we can get these struts out
All right.
as we're waiting on that jump starter to charge the battery, possibly. Look at that. Boom, this makes short work of these rusty old nuts.
You put some stuff on them nuts, right?
Not a damn thing.
Well,
This is this awesome Ryobi
oh,
electric impact gun, cordless impact gun. Boom, pound these
did
nuts.
you put some on there a while back? Or
Nope, haven't touched it.
Well, that's a powerful motherfucker there.
It sure is.
Halfway. Oh, halfway. That's all.
What do you think
Oh,
of that?
you can move completely up there by the end of this door, 103.
Okay.
And you'll be right there on it. You won't never be over. You won't be in
These were-
nobody's way.
Way easier to get out than that starter.
Yeah,
Should have them both in no time.
I see that.
Man, I love this thing. He's definitely going to need an alignment. We're going to need to scrub some rust off these brake rotors too. Yeah, this is way easier changing this than the starter on that Impala. Well, we got one side back. I think I'm going to go see if this thing will start. Find what I did with the keys first. Let's see what happens when Baby, she started right up. It's not running too bad either. The busted Bonnie runs. Gonna shut her off for now. Yeah, you can tell there's some bad gas in here. Woo! Smells too. That booster pack. Woo! Woo! There's some smoke back here. Alright, well we know she starts. Throw some sea foam in the tank. I'm gonna get this. Oh, we gotta get that other wheel on here too. This is actually my spare from Fred. Well, let's get this one done. I think this is the one that's busted. Product placement. No, I'm not endorsed by Ryobi. Man, this thing is awesome. I think this is the strut that's all busted up. You can tell it looks a little bent too. I mean, the control arms look good. They're aluminum. The tie rods look straight. So, yeah. We know she runs. We might be able to just drive her around the parking lot. I'm almost certain that piston is bent. Wouldn't be surprised if that's what's causing the issue. Well, this one's out. Let's get the new one in. We know she starts. Maybe we'll drive it around the parking lot here. We'll see. Man, all you bald guys out there, you ever sweat so much the sweat runs in your eyes? It stings like hell. I was having a bitch of a time getting these back in. Whew, but they're in. So, we just gotta torque these down. And I think we're gonna take her for a spin after I button everything up. Yeah, I guess I'm not putting this wheel on the front. She's off the bead. Oh well. There's the busted Bonnie back on the ground. Woo, look at that fender. And that mirror, what the hell? Oh yeah. Actuator's missing off that mirror. Needs to be washed. Need a tail light. We're gonna have to call up that Bonneville's Unlimited to get some parts for this thing. Bumper's a little. Well, she's running without the booster pack. We're gonna take her for a run around the parking lot here. Man, check that, air's blowing nice and cold.
Oh yeah, you got it all in there.
Let's see it. Ready? She go into gas, she went into gear. What do you think?
Oh, see.
Is it steering better than it was?
Yeah.
Back into my. Oh.
Let down my door.
Oh, okay. I always like these cars. Little aircraft vents. This thing's the SLE model, so it's spec'd out like an SSEI, but it doesn't have the supercharged 3.8. It's got the NA 3800 Series 2 L36. Alright, here we go. How's it riding now? Better than it did before?
Yeah, better than it did before.
Is it going straight now at least?
Let's see that.
It doesn't have that big heavy spot in it?
It's,
or is it about the same?
well, it's stirring. It ain't wobbling. Yeah, I'm surprised. The only thing that could be making it disfigured would be the tires. See it?
It's way out of alignment though.
Yeah, it is out of alignment.
Car. I'm just wondering, shit, if anything, it could be the rack going out.
Well, you got all of that, right? All them things.
That'd be the only other thing I could think of is that rack is bad.
Right.
Because that collision could have bent
Something.
Could have bent the
Well,
rod.
my-
It could have bent
my
it.
wheels ran to the sidewalk.
Yeah, it could have bent the. Because them control arms look like new still.
Oh yeah.
But that'd be my only other thing,
Yeah,
maybe.
so it's kind of out of line. It swings. You can feel it swing.
It's still better than it was though.
It's better than it was.
Yeah, so I guarantee you that one of them struts was bent.
Yeah. Because see what you're doing is just swing.
Yeah, I think there's still more.
Yeah. See,
Yep, I see that.
See that
Yeah,
swing?
there's more to be done.
There's something that's loose or swing.
Yep. Yep, I think we gotta do.
Put the rest of it.
I'm just thinking control arms,
Yeah.
inner and outer tie rod ends, maybe swap the rack, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe start with the tie rod ends
Okay.
and the ball and the lower control arms come with new ball joints.
Well, either or. It's,
Well, hey
we
man,
had
it
our
made an
time.
effort.
We
That's
made an effort.
one-
And,
we got it
it's
running.
better. It's better though. I couldn't even drive it.
Yeah,
At first.
that's one piece of the puzzle.
Yeah. And then the rest of it can be slowly pulled together.
Yeah.
Even I don't intend, even if I don't put it on the streets.
I don't think you're gonna be able to drive it to my house, but you know. Might just be the ball joints that are messed up. Yeah, I'm just looking at how that tire folds over. Might be that ball joint up there that's screwed up. I swear that one driver's side strut was bent though. Well, Project Busted Bonnie is going to have another installment. I think I'm going to have to replace the lower control arms and the ball joints for sure. I'm thinking probably might have to do the rack on it. Alright, here we are back on Busted Bonnie. I got a junkyard headlight I'm going to throw in. We got the original aired up back on the bead. I'm going to throw that on the front right. And I got some Detroit axle parts. Control arms, inner and outer tie rod ends. Sway bar end links and boots. I bought a kit for his Impala too, and they all came in the same box. And going by the eBay listing, they don't have part numbers on these boots, so I just brought them both. I'm gonna see if I can get this thing to drive straight down the road. My buddy's off going to buy a new battery. We're just gonna throw a new battery in this, change the oil, and hopefully we're ready for the road. So since this isn't an instructional how-to, just a vlog style, this is where I'm at. Calipers off and hanging, I got the rotor off. I removed the tie rod end from the knuckle. Gonna be going in there, popping that boot off. I got my, I'll put it on. Actually, let's go over here and look. I got my, picked up one of these from Harbor Freight a while back. It's like 28 bucks. Well worth it, then you don't ever have to rent one of these inner tie rod end tools. You just attach the corresponding piece in there, and this whole tube slips over the tie rod end. Put a breaker bar on there and a pipe, a cheater pipe, and that gets them right off. But yeah, I'm trying to get the ball joint loose now. I got to get some of that old grease and dirt and shit off there before I get that. Then it's essentially a nut and bolt there, one over there, and I gotta I'm gonna cut the sway bar link off. You know, those are so rusty and old. You're just better off cutting them. Do that. Pretty simple. I also turned the steering wheel all the way. I can't see. I'll see it turn now. Damn, this one doesn't lock, but I want it straight like that so that I know the right wheel was pointed straight ahead and the left one was turned in. That'll at least get me in the ballpark so we can get this thing to an alignment shop and get it aligned. So now as I'm doing this and running into some pitfalls, some words of advice. When you're trying to get these bolts out of these control arms. So you see this, you don't have much room to get any kind of a... So let's back up here. This side is an 18 and this is a 21. I have 0 21-inch anything in my in my limited tools I brought over here. My stupid 2 socket sets and my impacts, no 21s. The only 18 I have is a deep well impact. I don't even have a short 18 chrome socket. It skips from 17 to 19. The only thing I had was an 18 open end. So fortunately I got my little wobble adapter on the impact and I was able to get to this one free. I had to put a crescent wrench on the end of this one to hold it. And over here, crescent wrench, and I had to muscle this one out with the open end wrench. So word of advice, get a shallow 18 socket and a 21 open end. Will help you get these out. And a Sawzall to cut the sway bar links. So I got my boot off. I counted like 20 revolutions on the tie rod end. I think I'm just gonna spin the new one on 18. But you pick back this blue piece over this and you just pop it back. I had to crawl under the car and right through there and look up and I could see the end of the boot. I just took my tin snips and cut the clamp off. And comparing it to this boot that came in my kit, and I got clamps. So now I got my inner tie rod end tool. Compared to the new one, I got the 1 7/16 fits on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop and lock. That should, it's supposed to lock in here. Yeah, I don't know why it's not. Anyways, get that on there. Slide this down the tube. Find the flat spot. Somehow, and I'll get my pry bar on there and we'll get that inner tie rod out. Actually, let me show you the proper way how to use this tool. You take this piece, you stick it on the tie rod end, on the flats of it, you hold it in place, and then this, you spin that, and then you stick that over the tool, and then you lock it like that. That locks it in place, and then you loosen it up. Now here it is out. There it is. I'll get that new one prepped. I think I'm just gonna stick the new one right in the tool. Maybe, you know what, I'll just thread this on. I think I'm gonna, actually, let's back all that up. I think I'm gonna compare the length. Yeah, they are identical in length, so I'm just gonna count the number of, you can kind of see. I usually would put some tape on there where the jam nut went, but seeing as this one was all fucked up, I'm just gonna put it on, count the same number of turns I had, and back it off a couple. Because this one, right now, the right side, when you have the wheel straight, the right wheel is straight. So I turn the wheel to the right to kick this out a little farther so I could see it. But I'll straighten the wheel back out, and then I'll make an adjustment. I'll make adjustments on this so this wheel is straight before I go do that other side. And that should get me in the ballpark. We know the other side is spot on, so I think I'm going to take a tape measure and measure everything. That'll be a little more accurate than doing it this way. But since this one was so off so much. So here's my update. I got my inner and outer in. I think I got her sitting pretty straight. Haven't put the rotor on, but I ran into, I think what happened when he got in that wreck, the little tabs that mount the control arm. This one back here was bent in. I had to smack it back out a little bit to get him back in. I'm just hoping that with this new one in here it rides okay. I have everything bolted up good. But I don't know. If that doesn't solve the issue, then I told him it's time to send this thing to the junkyard, because it's going to be we're going to have to change the cradle out. I'd probably be better off finding a Bonneville in good shape and swapping all this SLE stuff onto it. But now I gotta crawl under and put that clamp around that boot. Yay. Put the rotor and the caliper back on. And we decided we're not gonna do the other side because in light of all this. I think the other side, everything's good, so he's going to hold on to it for the time being. The important things are the struts are changed in pairs. These tie rods and ball joints don't really matter if you don't replace them in pairs. But that's where we're at. So these stupid clamps they send are way too damn big. I couldn't even get them to hook on there correctly. So what it ended up doing, I don't have any hose clamps with me. Mobile mechanic, I didn't take my whole damn garage with me. I had a piece of coat hanger and I just wrapped that up real good. We get this thing over to my house, I'll crawl under there again and put a hose clamp on it. But it's holding tight, that boot isn't going anywhere. But in the meantime, I'm not sponsored by these. I wish they'd sponsor me, but man, huge shout out to these tub of towels, heavy duty wipes. I was just covered in grease, and man, they just, look at that. I just wipe my arms and my hands down. And I usually use these Venom Steels, the ones with the white lined inside. They're like rip resistant. But they tear, especially when you're doing suspension work. They tear and you get greasy. But man, if you can find these during COVID, hoard them is what I say. Any kind of gloves really. But I'm ready to put the wheel back on. Gonna change the oil. We put in a new battery. I'm gonna throw the cluster and the radio back in. A couple different videos for that coming up, and then we're gonna see how this thing rolls and whether or not it's time to junk it. We'll see. Well, here we are. I mean, this looks pretty straight. Got the wheel centered. The other side looks about the same. I'm gonna put her on the ground. Hopefully she'll drive straight now. Alright, the headlight is in. The oil is changed. We got some fresh gas, or a gallon of it anyway. I put this wheel back on. I don't know, that's gonna flop for a little bit. I'm gonna fire it up. New batteries in. I'm gonna see how she rides. Alright, here's try number 2, Project Busted Bonnie. Oh yeah, she started right up. Listen to her run. These 3800s, man. Great engines. Okay, I'm pulling out of my buddy's garage here. Oh yeah, the steering wheel's straight. She's straight. I gotta get the camera on this. She's nice and straight. I just gotta scrub some of the rust off these brakes now. Oh yeah, oh here's the cops. Oh shit. he's leaving. Like, man, his tabs are expired. I don't want to see me driving on this. All right, I got to take this off the tripod and show how straight this wheel is. Oh yeah. Yep, she's good and straight. I got it. Man, did I get her nailed or what? Yep. Oh man, she steers real nice now. Yep, this is like back like new. Yep. Yep. This is like new, baby. Yeah.
How good feel?
Like brand new, man. It's straight as an arrow. I'm gonna take one more lap.
Alright.
Oh man, she runs so good too. We just threw a little bit of gas in here and some sea foam, and I changed the oil. This thing's been sitting, I don't know, a year and a half. Yeah, this is, man. I would take it out on the road, but he hasn't bought the tabs for it yet, so. Yes. And I only did that one side. I didn't do the passenger side. We're burning daylight here. But anyway, thanks for checking out LeaderOfWagons Mobile Mechanic. Might be doing one of these vlogs later on, but right there, old Ruby, that's what we call her. I'm gonna be working on that next week. So if you enjoyed my video, give me a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the bell, get me to 1,000 subscribers. Thanks for visiting. We'll check you in the next one.